Yeah. So back to what I was saying. I had to take a little break. Well, one moment. This, I just gotta put some more on because I just got done eating some chips. Oh, I had to take a little break real quick. And this is my brand, KayLoveCosmetics.com, KYLOVE. COSMET. I don't know. I could put this stuff on all day. Like, I don't even have to put this much on, but anyways, so boom. Like I was saying, relationships is going to be a, what's the word I want to use? It's going to be like a trial and error, okay? So don't go into a relationship thinking that everything is going to be perfect. As long as you're whole and everything, you definitely can get through the situation, okay? It's going to be a learning curve all the time, okay? So this is why it's important for you to choose someone that's worth going through that with, someone who's going to understand you, someone, look, it can get a little rocky, it can get a little shaky, okay? But it ain't nothing too hard for God. It's nothing too hard for you, as long as you apply the principles that you have learned, okay? Also, the Bible teaches you all the principles that you should know on being patient and being gentle and having a quiet spirit as a woman, and everything about love and forgiving wrongs and not keeping score of wrongdoings and things like that, okay? Second, communication is a big deal. Like I said, with communication, you're going to want to learn how to communicate with each other. In the beginning, it may be a little shaky because you guys are learning how to communicate with each other, but what I could say is, because before I started to when I first got into my relationship, I was kind of we were kind of bumping heads a little bit, because not bumping heads in a bad way, but bumping heads a little bit, just trying to learn how to communicate with each other, because we both have two different communication styles. But it's like now they understand me, so now it's like I understand him and he understands me. When he understands that I need time to, well, he needs time to process things. And so it'll be like a pause for us. We'll come back to it later. Or we might talk about it at that moment, because I'm the type of person that I need to talk about it at that moment. But he's like, I need to pause and think about it type. So we've learned how to use both of those things, you know. And ultimately, it has been me just saying, okay, well, I understand you don't want to talk about it at this moment. We could talk about it later. Or, you know, I expressed how it means, like what it means to me. Like, this means something to me, and if I don't get this off my chest right now, it's gonna make me feel this way. Be very upfront with your feelings, and try not to use words like you, or I, you know, when you do communicate, and especially when it's something that maybe you guys, maybe you have said wrong or whatever the case may be. You want to use words like, when you did this, it made me feel this way. You don't want to just off the back be like, you a liar, and you a da da da, you and you every time. Because that used to be our word, right? Every time I do this, you do that. Look. And so, like I said, it's still a growing process for me, okay? But what I have learned is everything is not meant to just be an up and bounce, okay? So I have more patience. I'm more gentle. I don't hold wrongs or anything like that, you know? So communication is definitely going to be a factor in your relationship. Another thing that people really don't know, back to communication, communication before I say anything. When you're talking to someone, don't ever, when you're talking to your spouse or who you're courting, don't ever say, that's not important to me. What you want to talk about is not important to me, or I don't care. Like, don't ever say that, because one thing in a relationship is, even if it's not important to you, it may be important to them. So you never want to like blow their feelings off and how they may feel. You always want to address it, you know, and give them some sense of security. Like, hey, I didn't mean to say this way, or I apologize. You know, just taking accountability. You would be amazed how much you can get through, but simply just apologizing, even if you feel like you wasn't wrong, right? So another one is just having a quiet spirit. Learning when to talk, when to speak. Like, you don't always gotta have the last word, right? And I talked about this in the previous video, one of my first videos. Like, you don't always have to have the last word. Like, and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the stuff that I learned did not work when I was with someone who I was just trying to. After I learned all these godly things and learned about how to be in a relationship, I was trying these things with people who was unequally yoked with me. Like, didn't believe in God, didn't have none of the same, like, we were just completely unequally yoked. Like, we had nothing in common. And I was trying to use these principles with them, and the relationship could never work out because they never understood where I was coming from, or they never accepted me for me, or like they weren't good at communication. So it was like, you can't use these principles with just anybody. It's very imperative that you make sure that it's someone that's worth it, because you could be using these principles and you're like, what? It's not working. It's simply because that person is not for you. Okay. Especially if they're not trying to make a change after you guys just talking and they do the same thing you just asked them not to do a couple of seconds ago. You know what I mean? You want someone who's going to listen to you, who's going to be there for you, who's going to understand you and what you're saying. And so yeah. Anyways, forward. Another thing that most people don't talk about, especially when it comes to Christian women, because we interpretate the Bible wrong, right? We don't get the principles out of there. We don't truly understand what they're saying. So they say beauty is a Jezebel spirit, okay? Beauty is not always a Jezebel spirit. It's not always a control spirit, okay? You could care about your beauty and have the right posture, okay? For example, when it comes to your spouse, or when it comes to the person that you're courting, or when it comes to the person that you're trying to look for, that you want to find you, right? Because you're either trying to get found, you're either in a marriage, or you're either courting, right? These people like specific things. Men like specific things. I don't care what no one says. Any man that says, oh, I like you nappy headed every day, I like you with a bottle on every day, oh, I like you getting out of hand, or jelly, oh, you listen. I like when your eyebrows not done. I like when you look a hot mess. Like, that's a lie. And then we wonder why they cheating on you, or they talking to the next person, because the next person is something good to look at. You want to be a picture perfect in his eyes to look at. Like, why wouldn't you want to be a perfect picture for your man? Like, why wouldn't you find out? And you can find out things that he like. But you also want to be these things before he even finds you, because if you're someone who's looking to be found, these things is what's going to catch his eye. He's not going to be trying to look at you and you walking outside with a bonnet on, looking all crazy, crusted all in your eyes, lips all drool on the side. He's not about to be looking at you like, oh, that's my wife, let me go get her number. Like, no, the only person that's going to do that is a hoodlum, somebody who ain't about nothing. They ain't about nothing, and they just trying to get in your pants, okay? Because the way you carry yourself tells a lot about you, okay? The way you carry yourself tells a lot about you. It tells you what type of woman you are. It's something about a person who keeps their self up. You don't have to have your nails done all the time. I like my nails done, but I don't have them done all the time. But I love for them to be done because it just makes me feel more of a, like I'm such a queen. And it's not even just for him. It's for me. It makes me feel good inside. Like, look, but I feel like that even when my nails not done. But I like to look enhanced because I know that it's somebody else out there that they could be looking at if I'm not keeping myself up to par, okay? Keeping your hair done, doing something to your hair, even if it's slicking it back into a ponytail, you know, it's real cute, you know, you got your baby hair slicked or whatever, like, you know, like, switch it up, be cute, I'm telling you, switch it up. They say that you shouldn't be focused on your beauty. I remember they said, if you wear lipstick, you going to hell, all the other stuff. Like, men like lipstick. Yeah. Men like lipsticks. Men like lashes. It's 2023. They like lashes. They like for you to keep your eyebrows done. They like for you to have your hair done. They like for you to keep your nails clean. They like for you to be clean. They like for you to not look dingy and dirty. They like for you to have clean teeth. So you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because if not, you're not going to attract the only person that you're going to attract is Ray Ray and them. That's who you gonna attract. You gonna attract Ray Ray and them. Cause Ray Ray and them, they don't care how you look. They don't care how you look. And guess what? They ain't got no ambition either. But a true man, a masculine man, they gonna want you to look good on their side, okay? They gonna want you to look good by their side. If you married, ask. If you don't know what he like, ask him. If he got suggestions, if he be like, babe, I like your hair like this. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your hair like that. You is his and he is yours. Like, if you're courting, if your man say he like when you wear this, or when you got your nails done, and when you got your eyebrows, baby, it's nothing wrong with looking good for your man. Like, oily women going by back and forth, you think it's not tempting for them to look? They could look, but you might have that one that's gonna stare because you over there looking nappy headed, eyebrows all over the place, looking crusty and dusty and busted up, and that person walk by, now you feeling insecure. When, baby, you beautiful too. You beautiful too. You just gotta work that thing, okay? Period. Okay? Look nice. Another thing that I want to point out too. Okay, we Christians, we godly women, let's not be over religious. Okay? Let's not be over religious in these relationships, okay? Don't no man want no woman every second, everything that come out their mouth is about Jesus and God. Like, yeah, we love Jesus. Yes, have Bible study. Yes, pray together. Yeah, if the conversation come up, talk about it. But I can't do that. I can't go out because I can't go to that restaurant because they're gonna be drinking there and they got alcohol there, and I can't go out dancing because the music that they listening to is too much. I can't tell you what I like because we ain't supposed to be. Listen, it's okay to give your man little nicknames, okay? Little honey bun, little cutie thing, little honey nut Cheerio. Okay? Period. Okay? Don't be too holy where you can't even give him you can't even compliment him, babe. You look good today. Like, what you got on? Come here. Let me see what you got on. Like, come on now. And if you are married, you too need to be giving compliments. Okay, babe, what you out on? Like, come here. Like, come here for a second. Like, you know what I mean? Like, show that man that you care about him, that you love him. Okay, don't be too religious. Okay, and notice I said religious. Okay. Yes, have that relationship with God between both of you two, yes. But everything ain't gotta be about Jesus. I ain't say I don't love Jesus. That's not what I said. So don't be going to twist my words. I said everything that you talk about with your man don't gotta be about Jesus. You don't gotta bring out a scripture every second. Okay, have a normal conversation, babe. What you do today? What's up? Be yourself. How you feeling? How was work? What can I do for you today? Like, period. Okay. Also, you just want to just, as you're waiting for that one to come or whatever, like I said, you just really want to take care of yourself. Also, you ain't gonna find him at the front door. So he's not gonna just come to the front door and knock on your door. Hey, I'm here. You have to get out the house. Okay? You have to get out the house. Even if you go into the store, make sure you keep yourself up. You might find your man at the store. You don't know. Let's not have a certain view on what our man is going to look like and where they're going to be, because when you start doing that, you start saying, well, God, you can't present me anything if you don't present this to me in this way. One of them is not for me. We don't know how God is going to present our man to us, okay? Because he brought and presented my man back, okay, to me in a way that I never would have thought. But God knows you more than you know yourself, period. You can find him on social media, okay? You can find him in the grocery store. You might find him at church, but everybody not. And you ain't gonna find him all the time at church. You might find him at a bank. You might find him incarcerated. You might find him... Listen. You may find him in a place that you would never even knew. You might find them online dating. But we get so caught up on people's experiences that we don't believe that, oh, I would never date somebody in jail because or I would never date somebody online because I remember when da 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 da. Like, you literally need to have discernment and really keep God at your forefront. A guy once said, anything that God is in, you're going to have peace about. Okay? If you don't have no peace about this thing, that ain't it. Simply move on, but you still have to get out there. You can't say, well, this guy wasn't this, oh, this guy wasn't that. So that you have to get out there. Okay? because he's looking for you, but he can't find you because you're in the house all the time. He can't find you because you're at church all the time. He can't find you. Okay? Listen, I just wanted to get on here and just give a little bit of advice on